is the Cooper ball to begin the second quarter.
To number 1, Gavin Kay. Gavin Kay looking for a drive downfield, being guarded by Namdu.
We're playing good defense up top.
To 1 to 12. He's driving out to 22.
Not a great pass. Yeah, came through the but Hampshire did not think it was. But BG gets ball out of that, and Luke will be bringing it up to the Bison. Once Luke gets going, he gets going. All of a sudden, BG getting involved tonight.
Broke being fouled, Gordy being fouled.
Yeah, no, he's such good.
Daniel Luckett.
Because he don't want him to get easy points, so that was a good foul for Hampshire.
To Namdu.
To bring it up.
Pressured by number 15.
Yeah, that's a really good defense. I noticed.
Looking for a pass to 15 to Kuma.
Yeah, 3 down. Let's count the baseline winning.
Back to Namdu. He's looking for a drive from the back. To 40 Jack. Looking for an open man.
They are saying it's going to be a charge.
Interesting foul. I don't know if I 100% agree with that.
It's going to go the other way. They got the turnover.
15
The thing that hurts this BG team, besides not being able to always shoot it right, is the fouls and the turnovers. But the turnovers being the one thing that for any team hurting their chances at scoring because they're turning the ball over there.
Number 3 taking it with a good deflection
To the corner for 3. Mid-range That's what I like about Luka. He got right to the mid-range and was able to get a foul call.
Hampshire foul, number 3, Jeremy Cruikshank.
That time he got fouled on the
Lucas
wrist.
onto the line.
Two
Shoot!
shots. You know, you gotta hit your free throws though. Let's see if Duke will do that. First free throw is on the way. It is good.
in this first one. Kevin Cooper being subbed out for Gavin Lee.
Yeah, no, I like that Coach Gavin for BG. He rotates a lot, so he doesn't keep players out there for too long. Keeps everybody fresh. Gavin Lee checks in.
Neal making it, recovered by number 23. Amon shooting.
That press coming again for the Bison. BG got to get back on defense there as they pass the half court.
To number 3, to number 15, Daniel Luckett. To number 1,
Yeah, you see, the thing I'm seeing struggle with this Hampshire team is they lack to score points. We're not seeing but we've seen great defense. Here's a good for Lewis in the corner. He's a bigger three-point shooter out of that way.
point, Gavin Lee under the basket, being fouled. Gavin Lee going to take it at the
Yeah, no, but Lewis is like 2 early threes.
Hampshire foul, number 3, Jeremy Cruikshank.
And we're going to have, looks like Matthew Milano set back up for
Joey Constable, checks back in for Williams.
So Kyle Gordy will check out for the Bison. Kyle will check in, the junior guard. Wouldn't want it that through there, couldn't have it. Mid-range got
one. That was
So he's up to 8 points now, 8 or 7. Because he had a 3, 5, yeah, 7 points. And this is exactly what you need on him. You need to get points out of
And
him.
foul number 2, Jordan Constable. How would be on the three-point
Complete the three-point play. Free throw is no good. Rebounded by Hampshire. It's number 2. Not heard his name yet.
Number 23 in line.
Yeah, no, if you're Jackson, you gotta do a better job of Lewis because he was open again.
Number 1.
Got him to jump the defender and he finishes on the way. That was a nice move, you know, he did the pump at that time, got his man flying in the air.
Bouncing back to the press too.
You know, I think the press is working. They just gotta cover the wings better. Because we saw Lewis had those 2 threes and can't have
To
them.
number 2.
That was Constable.
To number 15.
Lucky for 3.
Lucky.
And it will go out of bounds and it will be long.
Varsity.
Bison ball. That's
But you know what? The Bison are doing rebounding the defense to go. So we're going to see BG keep racking up the rebounds and be aggressive down there. That's why they have Jack Bink in there and Gavin Lee, 2 great rebounders for the Bison. Youth will bring it up for the Bison. But I really like the way the Bison are playing so far. Transition and just overall playing good defense. Let's see if they can get more points. This is a man for points.
barely misses it.
Yeah, just like let's go. So you know what, those are the smart shots that you don't kind of want to take in. He's good in the mid-range. That's exactly what I want him taking. So it's good in the mid-range shots. If he misses it, that's fine. Hustle back on defense. It's exactly what BG needs to have. Good shots.
Gavin K bringing it up the field.
The field, he's thinking on the soccer pitch, the World Cup happened yesterday. Argentina winning the World Cup. Congrats, Argentina. Put back on the basketball court. We got lucky with the World Cup this right now, too. We got 2 down to Lewis.
Lewis had the middle open. Gavin K finding him open to 23.
Yeah, no, they have the Hampshire is really good at swinging it around, trying to find the open man. Finds Lewis driving in, and there will be a foul. It looks like a push, and it will be Hampshire basketball.
Plays up foul number 33, Merkel.
On Max Murat now.
And I think Hampshire's in the bonus, so we're gonna have
Joey Harris Jackson, 4 Bison.
Joey Harris is subbed into the game at this moment.
Nick Lewis in the line, shooting 1 in the bonus.
under 4 before the half. BG leading 19-13 as we have Lewis at the line shooting, I believe 2. It's a 1-on-1 and he missed. Rebound.
P-Tag got that rebound to P-Tag.
He's a good rebounder. We've seen a couple good rebounds from him so far.
Around the back pass to P-Tag.
And he hits the 3. That's a nice wide open. And again, I think the reason BG is covering him is because he was wide open on that 3. 4-point game. Actually, yeah, 16, 19, 16.
Timeout being taken.
Yeah, you know.
Taking the first second. Timeout.
Get your team back together. You know, locking out defense, that's what you want to do if you're BG. You don't want to have Hampshire getting in close, being a really competitive team at 7-4 this year, like we mentioned earlier. But you know, this is a good, BG's able to pull off this win tonight. You know, they have a hard schedule coming up. They got to play Wheeling and the Kia Valley coming up. So you want to get this win at home.
Yeah, wins at home are always important, especially in front of the fans.
As we mentioned, there's actually no fans tonight to the finals week, so you know how that gets. You should have seen on Friday how many fans there were. It makes sense. Cam Christie, the committed Minnesota Gopher, was battling for his Golden Meadows team as they won big. They won by more than 1. They had a great showing here. But, you know, this is a rebuilding BG team, you know, from a couple years back where they had Steph Harris and Cam Kraft, who Cam Kraft now plays at Xavier, missed those days. So that was a very good team. As we have Luke bringing it up. Luke running the drive, kicks it out to the wing. Gavin Lee on top of the key, driving in to Luke. And there will be a foul against Hampshire. A lot of fouls called earlier.
Yeah, against number 12, Nick Lewis.
Yeah, no, Lewis picked up a foul.
Who's been
Hampshire foul number 12.
He's hit a couple nice good rebounder, you know, he's a role player, it seems like. But tonight he's turning into the main player, having 2 threes here early.
Although he did miss a key free throw.
He did miss the free throw, and you know, the best players are the ones that make the free throws. Gotta hit those.
Yeah, Luke and Hampshire.
Looking up in the air, and they take their lead away from the Bison. Hampshire up by 1. But you know what? It is a very close game here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half.
Gavin Kay looking for some of the pass to P-Tac
To Lewis. Lewis trapped up top, dishes it down low.
And Gavin trying to draw a penalty. On Ashida.
Yeah, looks like a foul. BG can't be giving up all these fouls in this game because that will come back later in the game. The
Hampshire does have to watch
the fouls,
the
yes.
fouls.
Jack Bank is going
like
to check back.
I think Ashida did end up making that.
Yeah, no, it was a 3-1. Oh, it was a technical foul as well.
Heck.
So we're going to run.
To the line to complete the 3-point play.
Yeah, I think it was a technical, so on top of so they'll get the ball back.
Ashida has missed one free throw so far, but made his other one, so we are about to see.
And he switches that one through. Hampshire will take a 2-point lead. Okay, so now Connor Wooden will get 2 points from the technical. Hampshire player might have said something. Hits the first one. And Wooden's a great free throw shooter.
Yeah, Wooden has always been a very consistent shooter. And
Great 3-point shooter, great free throw shooter, all-around good player. Hits the second one.
score being 22-23.
Yeah. But this is a 1-point game, very close game. We said early on it was going to be a good game.
Yes,
After BG lost that last game against Meadows, they got adversity to face, and they want to come out here strong. Hampshire wanting to keep the good season so far going, having only lost 4 games, so it's going to be a very competitive one.
Bank to Anamdu. Anamdu looking for a pass to Gavin Lee.
Gavin Lee, that was not good pass by Lee. Yeah, deflected away from the Hampshire player, but no, if you're Gavin Lee, you're a senior, you know your role. You got to have a better pass to the corner. That's great defense by Hampshire.
Anamdu taking the pass up to
Dishing out low to Jack Bank. Jack Bank trapped. Finds Luke.
passing it to Anamdu. Who passes it to Morocco. He passes it back to Anamdu. Anamdu looking for a man. Driving under the basket. Passing it to Gavin Lee. Gavin Lee passes it to
Bank all the way.
Bank. Shot being blocked. And the foul being called.
Oh, they called it. Wow, I thought that was clean block.
Yeah, it seemed like
no. Hampshire fans wanted a different result, but Jack Bank will go to the line. Oh, no, sorry. Wooden will go to the line for 2. Unless we got another technical. Another technical foul. You never really see 2 technical fouls like that in like a 30-second span. That was crazy. So we're Wooden to the line for 2. Hits the first one. Zeke, perfect that free throw so far. Zeke does not change it, but he has another free throw coming up.
Elijah Dolan checks in for the Whippers.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a shooting foul, but no, it was a technical.
I wonder what the technical was on.
And he hits both, and then I believe with the technical, BG will also get the ball back because it was attacked. So Jack Bank went down there for the Bison.
And taking them up by a point, 24-23. Jack Bank.
And I think there'll still be a very close game going into halftime. So it's going to go back and forth.
To Anamdu. Anamdu dropping up the court. 233.
Wooden looking for that 3. Gavin Lee trapped on the wing. Gets it back up to Luke. Yeah, Luke's a good player.
Wooden wide open. Pass to Wooden. Wooden driving over the basket to Gavin Lee. Gavin Lee dribbling around.
Gavin Lee getting in the post. And Gavin Lee's just not having a good game so far. Missed a couple shots. Had the ball stolen.
Barely saving the ball.
Foot getting near the line. Yep, that right as I say he's on there, he goes out of bounds. What is the odds of that?
Looks like a timeout is being taken.
This you want to see Grody come in, maybe he'll hit a couple threes. Very good shooter.
Gavin Lee being taken out in favor of
Grody, Cal
Grody.
Checking. Amandu will take it up.
to Grody. Flying pass to Anamdu.
BG loses it. Hampshire comes fast. not giving a foul if they're playing good defense.
That's amazing defense right there.
Yeah, you can't ask anything more than getting a jump ball and turning it over.
Yeah, Namdi bringing it up the field. Court.
You keep thinking soccer, huh?
Thinking actually football.
Think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So Namdi is trying one-on-one out Lewis in the ISO.
Losing the ball, dribbling around to Bank.
I want to see him bank back in the post. Let's see if he goes back there and he'll drive in, kick it out to Grody. Or actually, that's Luke. Kicks it out to Luka Mandu. He got nice handles. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, now he drives it in. Ooh, hard contact goes to the floor,
And it's going to be a Hampshire ball.
That's good defense on that possession by Hampshire. Gotta give credit where credit is due that time.
7.2 seconds left with number 10 being subbed out for number 2, Joey Constable.
Yeah, Doletti will come out as Constable comes in.
Constable passing it to
5
Luckett.
seconds. They gotta get it. Past half court. And it'll be a full court shot on the way.
Looks like it's going to be missing.
And that will do it for the first half. BG has a 4-point lead,
25 to 23.
20, sorry, it's hard to see score from here. 25 to 23. BG has a 2-point lead as we hit the half. Jacob, let's just talk about a couple things during halftime segment as we have a slight break. What do you think of the first half from Hampshire, their away team?
Well, Nick Lewis has been on a decent, he's been doing pretty decently for.
Yeah, knocked down those 2 threes earlier. He's playing good defense, so I think he's going to have to continue that for Hampshire to stay close in this one for sure.
And then Amon Adesina going 2 for 3 for free throws and one tech.
That's important considering, you got to make your free throws, especially as this game goes on. You got to be conscious with the fouls because I'm telling you, a few points is usually the difference in these games, especially at the varsity level. So you got to keep that in mind. Honestly, though, for flipping sides here to Buffalo Grove, I honestly like the way that they've been playing on defense. Playing with a lot of intensity, getting a lot of jump balls and turnovers. But I think the offense is at the start of the game, we saw a couple threes knocked down for BG, but there seemed to be a little bit of a drought with the passing movement. It seems like a little bit of difficulty, getting into that offensive rhythm. And I think I want to see BG do better at the ball handling and passing.
Connor Wooden, 4 for 4 for free throws.
He's a great free throw shooter. But free throws, it's all about, preparing to go up to the line, focusing on just you in the basket. No one's guarding you. And that's the beauty of it. He's a great free throw shooter. In summer camp, he actually made 10 for 10 on free throws. Consistency is key.
Consistency is indeed key, and if you want to talk about consistency, let's talk about Jack Bank, who has been having a game and a half on defense and doing really well with passing and under the basket.
Yeah, right, getting a couple points tonight. I think he has, 4.6 points?
Around, yes.
Yeah, around 4, I think 4 points, he's a great defensive player, he will always try his best out there, and that's what I admire about the senior guard. We got to see, I want to see him, be more aggressive, When he attacks into the lane, he's able to kick it out to Kyle Gurdy, Connor Wooden, your 3-point shooters, and that's what you want to see more of, get those open shots. Wooden had a couple mid-range shots there in that first half. Really consistent offense in that first quarter, but second quarter kind of going on a drought, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, second quarter he definitely did go on a little bit of a drought, but as you said...
The overall team going on a drought, but with the passing not being as fluent as it was in that first quarter. Let's see if BG kind of goes back to that press defense that we saw early on that seemed to be clicking.
Yeah, in the first half of the second quarter, then the Hampshire seemed to have, taken control of the game a little bit.
Right, yeah, they were getting into it, yeah.
The Bison definitely did come back, and they did take control of the game back, as you saw with the multiple technical fouls in the span of 30
that was
seconds.
weird seeing 2 technicals in 30 seconds. You don't see technicals that much, and
let alone 2.
Right, yeah, but it is weird without the crowd here tonight because the amount of noise that would be in this gym for a varsity level basketball game would be a lot louder, obviously. But there are still a couple fans here tonight, so great to have both of these teams play right before break here. Everyone's studying for finals. Why not just distract yourself with some varsity basketball? Am I right?
Yeah, just a quick PSA. Good luck to everybody on finals. They are coming
for
up.
Any students watching, study for those.
Yeah,
I already had a couple of mine. They went well, but the thing is, BG still has a long way to go this season. Being at 4-6 in this point is nothing to look down on. It is a good team, but they battle injuries, losing Kyle Gurdy last year with an injury. Recently, Justin Brosnahan, as we mentioned earlier, going out with an injury.
You know, someone who's been really consistent on defense that I think is Caden Greta with that key clutch.
You know, he's a big guy down there, big rebounder, you know, and that's exactly what you want to see, you know. I used to work out with him at the gym, and, you know, he would always be, you know, practicing rebounding drills and shooting drills, so he's an all-around player. Definitely your traditional center, to say the least, but although he's not scored yet tonight, he's a good defender when he's out there.
Now,
key role player on defense.
Flipping back to Hampshire, the Bison have been able to contain Sam Pitak, who has definitely been a big bright spot on their scouting report of who they need to pay attention of and who they need to focus on. And they have they've only held him to 3 points, but...
Yeah, no, they've been playing good defense on him, but, you know, they've just been giving up a lot of threes. You know, we said Lewis earlier hitting a couple threes. So I want to see BG gets better on that, you know, top of the key type defense. But they've been doing pretty good in the lane, but they've been giving up a lot of fouls. So, you know, it kind of balances out.
Someone who has been looking on the up and up for Hampshire is definitely Nick Lewis, who's been driving up, and he's gotten a few fast breaks.
Yeah, no, he's that type of player that's able to get your team set in transition. Then he's going to go get, you know, his teammates available for open shots, and that's what he's done so far. Got his teammates open, but then he gets himself open. You know, he fights for the rebound. You know, he's an all-around good player, good shooter, good defender. He did pick up, I think, a few fouls in that first half.
Yes, he did pick up.
That's the only weakness. But other than that, you know, he's been having a strong game. I believe he leads the team in points tonight for Hampshire.
I believe you are correct.
Yes, with 6 or 8. Yeah,
six
points tonight. Those being the 2 threes.
But he is tied with Amon Adesanya for the most points, but he has been one of the many things that have been many players that have been brought open by Lewis's passes.
Right. So yeah,
with a few key under the basket rebounds and passes to get those.
And you know, the thing that I've seen from Hampshire is that they have had in that second quarter when they were starting to contend and score a lot more, it was their passing that was better than BG's. They were able to set their offense in a rhythm and get those open shots. BG was struggling with that when we moved into the second quarter. So I want to see what Coach Gilden for BG is saying in the halftime huddle. You know, it's a 2-point game, you know. You got to, you know, turn on the gas even more than you did that first half.
Yeah, as you said.
Overall, good first half from both teams, though, playing with a lot of heart out there.
As you said, Barrington had lost to Hampshire, so I'm sure many of these Hampshire boys basketball players have been thinking that...
Oh, no, sorry. Hampshire is actually 7-4, but I was mentioning that Barrington's undefeated and that Palatine lost to Barrington. That was the key thing to point out. Barrington's actually undefeated, but Palatine lost to them. And I only wanted to point that out because Palatine is usually really good at basketball, as they were this year. So I just want to point that out, that Barrington is 8-0 and 3-0 in conference. Although Barrington's not in BG's direct conference, they're in the overall picture of things. You know, the BG-Barrington rivalry goes back a while. But, you know, really competitive sports conference when you look at it for the 3 main sports, that being football, basketball, and soccer overall. But, you know, this conference is still really close here early on. Prospect is 5-5 in basketball. Wheeling also shares that 5-5 spot.
Meadows with an impressive 10-1 record.
Isn't that crazy? I know, but you would figure that players like Foster Abana and Camp Christie have been stepping up, which they have. But, yeah, no, so that would explain why Meadows is going to be the projected, like, you know, best team in the East this year. But, you know, don't count out Hersey standing at 8-5. They have a lot of good players on that squad. Jared and Johnny Rigg, the Rigg brothers, you know, being key contributors in that. And Quinn Mullen, another star guard for the Hersey offense. Something to watch as we go on here. But, you know, BG's right in the mix with Elk Grove, Wheeling, and Prospect. Moving forward, if they're able to pick up this game tonight, become 5-6. That's right in the mix with those 4 teams.
And Elk Grove with the streak of 2 losses is not looking so hot for them.
Hey, they beat us in football here, so we can't be saying too much about the basketball. But, you know, stick around as we have second half action coming up here shortly.
With the Bison coming out to warm up, it seems.
Yeah, no, you'll see both teams come out to warm up. You know, just because the halftime, you know, they sit out, rest up, you know, get that good water, get the fluids going.
Yeah.
So they got to warm up after the first half. Just make sure the shots are feeling right. You know, you'll see them warm up for the next minute or so. But again, like I mentioned earlier for BG, this is a rebuilding year. You know, last year, you know, it was difficult, but it was starting to get better. And same with this year. It's a part of the rebuilding process. You know, Keith Peterson, the head basketball coach for BG for many years, retired, and Coach Kevin Gilden is now taking over. And he's done a good job with the program, you know. So far, the teams BG's played this year have been top quality. I'm not so sure about Hampshire with their opponents, but BG's had a really strong showing in terms of who they played. Now, as we get on later in the season into late January, February, you're going to start collecting wins, you know. So that's why it's so important to win those non-conference games, as we were mentioning, as we are about 30 seconds away from the start of second half action. Bison in the huddle. And let's see if BG